It's day 2 of my solo luxury cruise experience on EXPLORA Journeys, and today I'm checking out the ship on a sea day and checking out how they cater to solo cruisers. Do they have a hosted solo cruiser meetup? Or a full solo cruiser program? Are there other solos on this ship who I can connect with? Let's find out. I found that since solo cruising since 2016, room service is one of the things that seems to have deteriorated the most across cruise lines. So it was enjoyable and a refreshing experience to eat a full breakfast in the comfort of my own suite and on my terrace in my comfy robe and slippers while listening to the waves. So heavenly. EXPLORA Journeys included in-suite dining for lunch and dinner is extensive as well. Check this out. I loved the in-suite dining. So they have a list of now, of course, everything's included, so there is no upcharge. Of course, you know, you do still want to tip the server who brings your room service. I mean, it is optional, it's up to you, but it's a good idea to tip. But I mean, they have, this is like a regular dinner menu. Appetizers, then you got soups and salads, poke bowls, sandwiches. You got burgers, you got your pasta, you can get your steak, and even dessert. So this is like a full dinner menu. This morning, the Emporium Marketplace was open from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and Phil Rouge was open for a sit-down breakfast from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. In-suite dining is available 24/7 and is a great option for those who want a full breakfast before 7:30 a.m. This is the perfect dining experience for introverts or those times where you just want to stay in and enjoy your suite and hang out on your terrace. When you don't want to get dressed up and go to a restaurant, or when you just want to relax and dine in your own space. Hey, if you're enjoying this content, I hope that you will hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that I'll know to create more content like this.
Good morning. It is day 2. Today is a sea day. I'm going to have to go through the app to see what's going on, what time things are going on. Of course, they have morning exercise programs. They have yoga, meditation. They have a walking group at 8 a.m. I wanted to do that, but I don't think I'm going to make it because it's 20 minutes till, and I'm still eating breakfast. I have no plans to rush this morning. I do want to get some work done, so I'm going to do it on this comfy little chase over here. But right now, this morning I had avocado toast, and it's a fruit. It has blueberries, looks like pineapple and granola. So I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my breakfast and check out what's going on around the ship for today. Now, for room service, they bring little menus. Well, yesterday they brought a menu at the evening, the one that you put on your door hanger, so it has options, different options you can choose, but it's more extensive than I've seen on other ships. So tonight when I get one, I'm going to show you everything that's on the menu. But there were things I could order: French toast, pancakes. I got avocado toast, but there were numerous options. Ham, their options are quite extensive. Of course, you're going to have more options if you go to the restaurant, but for what they have, just to order something for breakfast and experience it on your own private balcony in your own private space. I'm sitting here listening to the ocean, and this is very, very peaceful. So hopefully I will be able to get up from here and go check out what's going on around the ship. But this is truly a great experience so far.
Okay, it's an hour later, so it's about 10:20. Hey, I was hanging out there. I knew it was gonna get me. I've been hanging out there for the last hour or so, but I was getting caught up on comments and everything on my social media, and then I just relaxed for about, I don't know, 45 minutes. It could have been a full hour. I don't know what time I went out there this morning, but
It is so relaxing, but I'm still gonna get my walk in. So I'm about to go up to the track now and just walk around a bit, see what's going on around the ship, and then we'll go from there. But I turned on the TV finally. So I see where you can connect, well, there's a Bluetooth where you can connect devices to the TV to stream like your music and watch things from your phone. I'll try to do that later. Maybe I can connect to like Netflix or something like that. If I wanted to watch movies, I probably won't because I don't even watch it at home. But it's nice to see that they do have that feature. About to head out and go up for a walk. Most of the time when I get on here, the elevator is always empty. It's just me. It's a beautiful morning. Just gonna do a couple of laps around the track. Well, 30 minutes. Matter of fact, let me turn on my watch. All right, getting the walk in. It's a beautiful morning, breezy. The weather is comfortable, so very nice. Not too hot and not too windy.
The jogging track was a partial route around deck 12. While I'm getting my walk in, I took the opportunity to check out more of the ship. I noticed that with EXPLORA I's 5 whirlpools, throughout the week, I could always find them available. And because they were so large, even when in use, there was plenty of space to distance. It never looked crowded and always looked inviting. I decided to check out deck 14, where there were barbell setups, rowing machines, and a sports court. And while I'm talking about fitness, I did go by the fitness center, but I didn't film this day because it was in use. But I did see that there was a schedule of included fitness classes for each day. While they were included in your fare, they did ask that you sign up for classes a day ahead to reserve your space. I did do that, but I was also able to attend a yoga class by just showing up one day because there were no shows. Deck 14 also had the Sky Bar. This is where the Sail Away event occurred that I missed because I was doing a room tour. I will be sure to catch it the next time on board. I know the Sail Away from this location was amazing. I paused here to check out the app to see what was going on today. They had events listed like a wine tasting, which was for an extra fee. There was an officer versus guest game in the lobby. There was a salsa dancing class and a hosted solo meetup at afternoon tea, which I would definitely attend. And there was also sunset rooftop vibes at the Sky Bar before dinner. Now that I checked out the schedule, it was time for lunch. So it is lunchtime. So I am waiting for my gluten-free pizza over here. I ordered yesterday and he's making it for me. So I went around they have a lot of stations around here where you can pick up something and order, or you can have a server to bring it to your table. So I went and got a Caesar salad with no croutons while I'm waiting for my pizza. After lunch, I checked out more of the ship and events and dropped in on the Arts and Craft event at the EXPLORA Lounge on Deck 11, and this event was well attended. In addition to this event, the EXPLORA Lounge had lots of board games that you could play or puzzles you could put together, either alone or with family and friends or fellow cruisers. It's also a place where you can capture stunning views, especially during afternoon tea, which was held here every day from 4 to 5 p.m. And this is where the solo meetup would be held. Right down from the EXPLORA Lounge is the Malt Whiskey Bar, which also holds the Cigar Lounge. I will attend an event here later this week. What's interesting is that it looks like they have several smoking spots. I haven't looked them up officially, but I've come across several locations that have, the ashtrays here. So it seems like you have a few options if you are a smoker. Plus they have
a cigar lounge on board. So I just came from the spa just to see how it works because the thermal spa is included. So I wanted to see how it works. Now, on C days, yes, you can go to the thermal spa, but you have to make an appointment to go on a C day, you know, because everybody's on board and they want to, you know, I guess keep it at a certain capacity, and so you do have to sign up on C days. But on port days, they're open. I believe he said 8 to 8, but you can come and go as you please, and you do not need to make an appointment. So you only need to make an appointment on C days. I'm going to try tomorrow after my excursion. I am going to try to stop into the spa.
Throughout the week, EXPLORA had various enrichment sessions in what they called Luminary events. Today I dropped in on the inside story of Tipper X. This session ran right before the solo meetup, so I didn't see the entire session. But for what I did see, I will say that Tom Harden had a captivated audience as he talked about his life as he became an FBI informant in the largest insider trading bust in history. You could hear a pin drop between his sentences the entire time I was there. Alright, so I did go to the solo meetup, and it was just the sweetest little ladies. This ship has an older crowd, but there were 3 ladies that showed up, and I heard there were 2 other ladies, different ladies that were there yesterday as well. So sounds like maybe there's a few of us, maybe I would say maybe 10 or so solos on the ship. But well, I don't know if that's the total, but it sounds like that's how many came to the solo meetup at various times. Apparently how they do the solo meetup, it varies from ship to ship. It just depends on the participation, who shows up. So I'm going to continue to show up, you know, for the remainder of the week. And the host, the solo host, she is going to put together a solo dinner one night at the cruise. So I will definitely attend that. But it was really nice, you know, just sitting and chatting with the ladies, and we talked about you know, cruising experience. Everybody talked about where they're from, and we talked to the host about, you know, her job here on the ship. So I would say definitely even for Explorer journeys and you're looking for others to connect with and talk to, I think Explora would be a great option for that, because they have this program on every ship, on every sailing. They have it enough to warrant a program and to keep it going. All right, now I was going to join the ladies again in the marketplace for dinner, the ladies that I met at the solo meetup, but I remembered I do want to try Fil Rouge. Fil Rouge is a French-inspired restaurant, and you don't need a reservation. You can put in one if you want to, but you're able to just go and walk in. So that's where I'm going to go. I want to make sure that I try each of the different dining experiences, you know, on the ship. So while I love the marketplace and I'm likely to go back there at some point on this cruise, I want to try the other experiences as well to make sure that, you know, I try everything and share that with you. So I am on my way to Fil Rouge. All right, so this is Fil Rouge. This is a beautiful restaurant. Again, it is French inspired. Now, you do not have to have a reservation at this restaurant, but apparently they recommend that you do, or especially if you want to come around the 6:30 time. A lot of people have reservations around that time. So if you're looking to get in about 6:30, you might have a hard time getting in. They open at 6, and it's about 5 minutes to 6 when I walked up. So now it's about 3 minutes to 6. They said they could go ahead and seat me, but because I'm early, so you don't have to make reservations, but especially if you want to come in early, come at 6 o'clock and you'll be able to get right in. At least that is my current experience. All right, and here is the menu. They do have the menus on the app. So I already looked at the menus. So I already know what I want, but just in case you want to see,
Of course, you can stop the video at any time to look at the menu. And as you see for their menus, they do have allergens marked. So they have vegan, gluten, they call it gluten conscious, vegan, and there's a PB. Well, that makes sense, of course, but here are their allergen listings. That's plant-based, vegetarian, organic, gluten conscious, omega-3 oily fish. Because dining on EXPLORA was reservation-based restaurant style, I didn't have to worry about being seated with other cruisers. That wasn't even a question. I had a reservation for one, and I was always seated by myself, which I prefer. Here I had the marbled duck appetizer and the steak with fries, mashed potatoes, and veggies. It was all absolutely delicious. I had no need to ask for salt, pepper, or any additional sauces. Now it was time to check out the evening show at the Journeys Lounge and get a little after-dinner drink. All right, so I am back at the Journeys Lounge for the evening's entertainment. And it looks like it's going to be Spanish dancers. It's called, I'll show you in a minute, but it's called Duo Incencias. So looks like Spanish dancing. So should be interesting. But after this, I'm turning in, y'all, because I am tired. And then tomorrow we will be in Costa Maya, and I have an excursion. So I'm going to get plenty of rest for that, but for now, this is the evening show. Dinner was absolutely amazing, and I am stuffed. All right, so while we're waiting for the show to start, here is the screen, Duo Incencias. They have their website there, Facebook and Instagram. So of course, I'm going to share a few clips from the show. So I did ask the server if he could make a recommendation because like I said, I want to get out of my wheelhouse of margaritas. So he recommended I asked for an after dinner drink, and I said not too sweet. So he recommended a martini. So I'm waiting on my martini to watch through the show. He brought something else instead of a martini. And this drink was so creamy and delicious. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't get the name because I couldn't hear because of the noise in the theater. This show featured Mate and Sharon, a world-class flamenco dancer, an award-winning violinist, and blended Spanish ballet with classical brilliance. The show was a beautiful, engaging love story that was even a bit funny at times. This reminded me of MSC, and I enjoyed this entertainment experience. I enjoyed my first sea day on EXPLORA I. On other ships, it can be difficult to find a relaxing spot on deck or secret nooks and crannies, but not on EXPLORA Journeys. Loungers and chairs were plentiful whenever I looked. I didn't feel the need to find hiding spots. The activities on EXPLORA were relaxing and engaging to me, and it fit the experience. And I loved that there was a full solo cruiser program. Not only do they have a program, but it was well attended. And I will hang out with a few of these ladies from time to time during the rest of my cruise. And a few of us even exchanged contact information at the end of the cruise, just in case we cross ships again in the future. Are you ready to try EXPLORA Journeys, but don't want to try it alone? Join me on EXPLORA II for my Caribbean Opulence Group Cruise. Check the description box for the link. Now, are you ready for your first or your next cruise and need assistance? Scan the QR code and let's work together to plan your customized cruise experience.